Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
All right, we're here. It's Sunday night. We're here to watch a little Clash of the Champions. We're here on the Retro Wrestling Revival. I am Johnny P. Joining me as always is the Miami Maniac himself, the one, the only, the man with the stutter, as smooth as butter, Brother Martin, man. What's going on there, buddy? How you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm styling, smiling, and profiling, baby. My stutter is as smooth as butter, just like the American dream, baby. And I got a brand new hat to boot, baby, to represent my Baltimore Ravens. That's right.
Minus the team. It's a beautiful hat.
Hey, whoa. Hey. You know
what?
what?
My guy all wrong. You do it again, I'm going to stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Odell Beckham, baby. Lamar Jackson to Odell Beckham. Potentially D-Hop might be coming to the Ravens. So, hey, whoa. Super Bowl aspirations, baby. I'm excited. I can't wait. But ultimately, I'm excited because we are here to watch some good old-fashioned wrestling, baby. We started the Clash of Champions series like a few weeks ago. It was an absolute blast. It was a great random idea by John, and we are here to continue tonight with Clash of Champions 2, Miami Mayhem. I'm the Miami Maniac, baby. What could be better than a Miami street fight with what's his name, Brad Attitude?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be
Brad doesn't go to Miami, okay? You need to get that right. He stays exclusively to North Carolina. North Carolina is his fucking turf, and
his domain.
Caucasian Mike is going to find that out here real soon as they have an I Quit match coming up here at the big AML event. So Caucasian Mike, his ass is grass, and Brad's the lawnmower, my friend. Let me tell you that.
Okay, I'm excited about that. So
it's gonna be a feat here. Daniel's here tonight. Says I am here tonight. Everybody, Sapphire's making some American Dweem apple pie. Brother Martin is the man with the true plan, unlike Brian Kendrick. And the women of Miami come to Brad Attitude. That is damn skippy on that one. I'm telling you.
Oh, and the thing is that okay, this has got one of me and John's all-time favorites on this show tonight. You guys know I am one of the biggest Dusty Rhodes marks in the world. We love Dusty Rhodes, baby. And with that said,
for Dusty,
dude, like the show is fantastic, man. You got your favorite of all time.
You got one of yours. I got one of mine.
Exactly. And speaking of that, we have our weekly sponsor. So let me.
What do we got? Do we have ass cream or something tonight?
Let me turn it over to Dusty. And
Dusty.
Here we go.
I know about the kind of pain you get just working for a living. But I can make that pain go away with almost no work at all. Because I take stand-back powders. Stand back gets to work fast.
It does.
Start
I do take
fighting
stand back
pain
powder.
and fever and even inflammation real quick. When my mama and daddy were coming along, stand back was all a lot of folks took for pain relief. It worked fast then.
It work fast now.
Try stand back powder.
Try that.
It's an idea of time has come back.
Woo.
There you go. Stand back powder once again for the second consecutive Clash of Champions. They're our sponsor, man. John, whenever like you're hurting, do you reach for that stand back powder?
I do, but it's not on the shelves anymore for some reason. I don't know if it's exclusive out where the Dream is hailing from. I don't know what's going on. I was looking for some stand back powder recently, and I didn't find any. I was kind of bummed out.
Well, it's probably because I hoarded all of it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't fucking. I would never deny that you would do something like that. Yeah.
So what do we got on the docket tonight for the lineup?
First off, Daniel says it can't work on Sapphire's pain. I'll tell you that, baby.
Oh, Sapphire, baby. The American Dreams. Chocolate
This is
Delight.
a really good card, I think, tonight. Last
I'm excited.
match that we did was an absolute tremendous show. It was a blast.
It was.
We had a great time. And I think this one is definitely going to live up to the hype. I'm really hoping it will. Kicking off the match, I don't know how you could have a bad match between these two. And these are two of my guilty pleasures of favorite wrestlers of all time. Of course, everybody who's watched the show for a long time knows that one of the people in here is one of my favorites. Hell, we use his intro music to come out every week here, and I love him. But the opening match is for the NWA US Heavyweight Championship, and it's going to be Barry Windham taking on Brad Armstrong.
Ooh.
Two great performers, two guys that most people will say that's ever worked in the ring are two of the smoothest performers, just natural talents that you could ever work with in the ring. And I think they're going to put on a tremendous match, and I'm really hoping for that. So looking forward to that.
Two most naturally gifted wrestlers in history. A lot of people say,
and guys that maybe didn't have the look of a Luger or Sid Vicious or Hogan or anything like that, but they could go in that ring and they could work with anybody. So I'm looking forward to that match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The second match is going to be a great one too, because we really enjoyed these guys last on Clash of the Champions, meaning the Fantastics with Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers. They're the champs here. They're defending the NWA US Tag Team Championships against the Sheep Herders. And if people don't know who the Sheep Herders are, it's the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch. So they were hardcore before hardcore was hardcore with wrestling. And the Sheep Herders were a real big act there for many years, and were pretty freaking hardcore before everybody knew them as the Bushwhackers over in the WWF. Daniel says Barry Windham is soak on the drums too. Rap is crap. Prove that. What a hit that was. I'm telling you.
I like country music. I like country girls. All right.
What a great song. The next match. Oh Jesus, man. We just cannot escape this guy on any fucking show that we're on. It's just I don't know what he does.
Ain't a redneck, but you know that's a
beautiful thing. Oh, here we go.
One thing that I hate, it's a
Bunch of crap. I
hate rap.
I'm sorry, we had to play. All right, here we go.
Song. We just cannot escape this guy. At least he's not wrestling in this match, though. But it's not these first two performers. We got Jimmy Jam Garvin and Ronnie Garvin, who had that hot angle to lead off the Clash last time against the Varsity Club, Mike Rotunda. They're doing a tag match here. Jimmy and Ronnie Garvin are with Precious are taking on the Varsity Club, Mike Rotunda and Rick Steiner, and they have Kevin Sullivan with them, of course.
Yeah. Yay!
Woo! Master.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Next, we're gonna have Nikita Koloff taking on Al Perez with Gary Hart. I don't think we've ever had Al Perez on the show before.
I don't think we have either, but I think Al is gonna show up and show out and show why he's Al.
Daniel says, "Can we just listen to that instead of watching Sullivan? He ruins everything for me. Pure garbage." And then in the main event tonight, this is going to be an awesome one. I think it's going to be Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, the NWA Tag Champions. They're going to be with J&J Dillon, of course. They're going to be and your fave, the American Dream, baby, Dusty Rhodes here.
Oh, baby, how you doing?
That should be a great match, too, between those two teams. Anytime you got Arn and Tully out there, you know it's going to be a fucking awesome match.
I'm stoked, man. This is going to be a freaking barn burner of a show. I'm calling it right now.
Borderland Perez, Borland Perez will steal the show. I love Al Borland. Little home improvement here, little home improvement drop. I appreciate it.
And freaking Al Bundy Perez, I think, is a good guy
Bundy
too.
is a great one too. He's a jam up guy in my book.
He
threw 4 touchdowns in a game for East Polk High.
Dude, straight up legend, absolute legend. I feel like why isn't he in the High School Football Hall of Fame?
He should be.
I mean, we need to start like a campaign for that.
A petition for him.
Hell yeah, man! I think that'd be extremely justified. All right.
Well, Chris, this show aired on June 8th, 1988 from the James L. Knight Center in Miami, Florida. The attendance was 2,400 people were in attendance for this event. Small clash, but hey, small. I mean, I don't know what to say. Some of the clashes didn't draw that much. NWA wasn't really profitable at this point. Let's just be realistic. Jim Crockett was drowning. And
what year was this?
This is 1988. So
okay, so yeah,
2,400 people there was probably a real great house for them at that time because they were not doing too good. So it is what it is.
God, I feel bad for them.
Look at the talent roster that they got.
You just read my mind. Yeah, like honestly, you hear the talent and you're like 2,400.
Yeah, 2,400 for fucking the talent level that the NWA had at this point. And in reality, is NWA probably had a better wrestling product than WWF did at the time. WWF had a much more entertaining product, I think, for most people. But yeah, that's just my opinion. No, that's just.
I agree.
Daniel says they couldn't meet his rate of 1 clean pair of underwear when the High School Football Hall of Fame was built. Bundy said he will never follow anyone else. What a legend Al Bundy is.
Dude, Al Bundy. I fucking love it, man. No Ma'am. Great organization. Great organization.
I contribute to them monthly. You know, I put my little contributions towards them every month. They're a bunch of jam up guys over there, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, they are. I love it. All right.
All right, everybody. Yeah, let's rock and roll. If you guys want to watch with us, head on over to Peacock. Just got to look up Clash of Champions. It's the second Clash of Champions. It's easy to find right over there. It's right on over there on the Peacock X. So if you want to watch with us, go right ahead. You got it loaded up, Mr. Martin?
I got it loaded up, my friend.
2,400 and no Ric Flair. He's too busy giving out helicopter rides.
Yes.
All right, buddy. Let's get rolling here. Clash of Champions. Season 1, Episode 2 on Peacock. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Hit that play button now, son.
All right, here we go.
Boy, look at this old school intro here.
Dude, I love it. Like, you got like the Everglades, you got people surfing.
You got the alligators creeping on in there.
Yeah. The snake skin boots.
Look at all those kids on the boat.
Dude, look at Dusty and the kids on the boat.
Who's coming in here in the limousine? Is this the Horseman?
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, Jim Ross.
He's got to be hot right there in that fucking tuxedo in Miami in June. Oh, man. They got 2 limousines for them.
Because I've been to Miami like a couple times, and I got to say, man, like the humidity is horrible.
Lyle Alzado is here?
Wasn't he? Oh my God!
He was the steroid guy.
Yes. Do you remember the show Learning the Ropes?
I never seen it.
Okay, so basically, it was a guy that was a teacher during the day, but a wrestler at night.
Oh, so that was Lyle. Lyle Alzado played it in that.
Yeah.
He was on the Raiders. He was the big steroid guy.
Oh yeah.
All right. Who else is coming out here in the second limousine here? Gary Jester.
Did Lyle die from AIDS?
Yeah. I don't remember what he died from, but I think it had something to do with the steroid stuff.
Okay.
I think his liver failed him or something. I could be wrong. You know, they're bringing these dipwads back from last time, Gary Jester and the other guy there, that they had the, what's it called, the judges for. And then we still didn't get a definitive finish, even though we had judges, which wasn't at the point of judges that to have at this point.
Yes. Yes.
But I guess they're bringing them out again here. So it might have some judges again. Hopefully they can call it right this time. Because that shit was pretty stupid. They ruined a tremendous match with that.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did. And it's like those small little details that can make or break up a good match.
I love this like old smoky looking building that they're in right here. That's what I loved about the NWA, bro.
Brother, like back then, you could smoke in the building. You'll have children gagging on the secondhand smoke, but it's okay. Just
Bob
saying.
Caudle again. Yes, the legend himself, Mr. Bob Caudle, is here.
Dude, look at Tony Schiavone's mustache.
Dude, Tony Schiavone should grow that mustache right back.
No shit.
The judges were there for the show and not for a good one at that.
Oh, okay. So Lyle Alzado died of lymphoma of the brain.
Yeah, due to steroid usage, if I remember correctly, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So basically brain cancer.
Yeah, terrible stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible to see.
Dude, and look at his hair. It's like so 80s.
Dude, Tony's kind of still rocking that hairdo out to this day. Pretty similar.
No shit. And Tony hasn't, which I say this 1,000 times, but I'm saying like 1,000 times more. He has not missed a step in like freaking almost 40 years.
Tony's great. He's just so crotchety these days, though. He's like Jim Ross. If I get that old and crotchety, will you put me out of my misery?
I will.
All right, please.
No offense. What the fuck do they got to be miserable about?
I don't know. You're making a whole ton of money. Guaranteed.
Just to work. And they work, what, like maybe 2 days a week?
I think Tony's like an executive producer now for them. And he does I think he's got a really senior role over there now with talent and stuff.
Okay.
But I'm sure he's not working, 5-6 days a week. I'm sure he's working 3 or 4 days. Is that Teddy Long again?
Yes. Holla, holla.
Holla, holla, player. Gonna book you in a match with The Undertaker.
Did the Teddy Long from our Nitro series eat this one?
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it.
Dude, look at Brad's hair.
The mullet on Brad Armstrong is the best ever.
It is. I agree.
His wife won't let him grow it. She knows stashes brings the asses.
We should make a t-shirt.
On fire tonight. I'm loving it.
We should make a t-shirt. Stashes bring the ashes.
You're welcome to everybody coming in and checking this out, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, whatever you're watching on. Please make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. We greatly appreciate that. And that way you can get notified when we got stuff going on in the future.
And if you guys get an opportunity to stop by here in the Dirty Myrtle, Myrtle Beach, whatever you want to call it, stop by the Cookout. They have some really good milkshakes and good food. So there you go.
Is it Brother Martin approved?
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
All right, hold on. We got another sponsor here on the show here for Hanes Underwear. You got some Hanes on right now?
I do got some Hanes on, and it's great for skid marks. It's great.
The tighty whities?
Yeah, it is great at disguising skid marks.
Maybe he's crotchety talking to Conrad every week.
I don't know. But, well, dare I say, his association with Conrad got him the job with AEW.
Conrad has brought back more fossils and made them relevant again than anybody out there. I'm telling you, he's done phenomenal for them.
I agree. So I got to say, I mean, look at Jim Ross, look at Tony, look at Eric Bischoff. I mean, just everything in general. Not saying that it's exclusively because of Conrad, because those guys do have talent. But the fact is that Conrad, phenomenal businessman, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
You know what I love when they talk about Barry Windham? For those who don't know much about Barry Windham, is Ric Flair would talk about him a lot and say that Barry Windham. I've heard Schiavone say this on his show before. I've heard a bunch of people say it. Barry Windham never worked out a day in his life. He could go and wrestle 60-minute matches with anybody if he wanted to. Wouldn't even be winded. Wouldn't even be tired. Then he'd hop in his fast car, drive out to the next place, drinking beer the entire way and smoking cigarettes, and it wouldn't matter to him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he could do it better than anybody. That's what when you got guys, no matter what people think of Flair, they like him or not. I'm not a fan of him personally, but no doubt about it, one of the biggest names in the history of wrestling. If you got a guy like Flair putting somebody over like that, Barry Windham's pretty damn good.
I agree 1,000%.
And there's Brad with a nice
beautiful
power slam there.
Beautiful scoop slam by Brad, dude. And okay, so far the crowd, are they on the level of Saginaw?
Not yet. We got a lot to see here tonight. You know how bad you got to be up at a Saginaw and Omaha level.
Pretty bad.
Right? Pretty damn bad. let's see where this goes tonight. We got to get a few more views of the crowd tonight to see. Oh,
I got you.
That's a pretty nice, beautiful blonde lady right there. So I'm seeing so far the beach bunnies here in Miami are looking very pretty.
Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido.
Yes.
Miami.
Muy bien.
Nice move. Nice arm drag there by Brad. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Move. Nice chain wrestling by Brad.
Dude, this is good.
Kicking it off and fire, man. Like I said, Barry Windham and Brad Armstrong. You know you're going to get a good match out of those two.
A beautiful leg lock to the head to Brad. Oh, very nice.
Brad might be one of the smoothest workers I ever saw in the ring, in my opinion.
I agree.
Just makes it look effortless.
Oh yeah. And like, speaking of like smooth wrestlers and all that, like the famous Windham family, like as a matter of fact, like they're still going strong today. As a matter of fact, you got freaking Bray Wyatt, who's associated like with the Windham family. Like you got Bo Dallas. I mean, just the thing is that just strong family ties there, and with like the Rotundas and all that. Just now we're like the Rotundas and like the Wyndhams related by blood or marriage.
I think by marriage, but don't quote me on it. But I believe it's marriage. I think so, though. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I think it's by marriage. Daniel says, if the Miami crowd looks as bad as Saginaw, you'll know it was tourist season.
And believe me and Daniel know all about tourist seasons.
Yeah, when you guys live in a beach town, you learn about tourist season real fast, right?
Oh, yeah. What was worse, Myrtle Beach or Ocean City? Oh, wait.
You're asking
Virginia Beach. I'm sorry.
God. Myrtle Beach or Virginia Beach, which is worse?
Yes.
Oh, all day Virginia Beach is worse. All day.
I remember you calling me last year.
All day.
And you were calling me saying, Jesus Christ, why the fuck do I got to stay here for one night?
I have been to every damn town, like for major beach towns on the East Coast. Guaranteed. Yes. There's not many I haven't been to. Virginia Beach is the worst to me. Like if one of those tourist traps for beach towns. It's a fucking dump.
It's a shithole.
Hey, that's just me. That's my opinion. You know, if people like it, great. I respect your opinion. I thought Ocean City sucked too. I thought it was terrible.
Yeah. I think
Miami, I've never been to Miami though. Surprisingly enough, I've been to Florida a bazillion times, but I never been to Miami.
Miami's beautiful.
Beautiful
city.
Great things. It's one of the few real beach towns I haven't been to.
The only gripe I have about Miami is that they charge for parking everywhere.
When you're in a big city, that's what happens.
Oh yeah.
So what's with Barry always rocking out this glove? Was that in kind of like homage to his dad, Blackjack Mulligan, maybe?
Yes, yes.
That's what I was thinking.
But is it loaded?
It could be. He might be loaded. This is 88. I love those cowboy boots that he rocks out in when he wrestles too.
Oh God, yeah.
What town what's his hometown that they would always announce him from? Do you remember?
I do not remember, to be honest.
Sweetwater, Texas.
Sweetwater, Texas, baby. And
says, I wouldn't say Bray is going strong right now. His injury bug is biting away at him. That is very true.
Yeah.
Virginia Beach is the Barry Horowitz of beaches.
Oh God.
Oh,
that's wrong.
I love that. That's a good one.
But no,
pat yourself on the back for that one. Mr. Technical.
Mr. Technical.
Oh, you Ronies in the snack bar.
Well, we don't have a snack bar now, which, as a matter of fact, that got converted into a T-shirt shop at my store now.
All right.
That's not going to really last probably long, but hey,
I love that move that Brad does where he holds onto the headlock and then he kind of picks him up or he jumps off of it and holds onto him and rolls them. He always did those, man. I love him. Even Brad Armstrong, he made the side Russian leg sweep look like a badass finisher, which in reality,
so beautiful.
When reality, though, when you think about it, they use the Russian leg sweep all the time and nobody goes down for it.
Yeah.
If you were to think about it, it'd probably be one of the most painful moves because you're just getting face planted right into the mat. You know, so I don't understand why a lot of people don't use that more as a finisher.
I don't either. And the thing is,
it's like the DDT, they diluted it.
That's one of the things I don't like about modern wrestling is that the finishers don't mean shit anymore. I hate to say it, but they don't.
Somebody gets 12 Canadian destroyers and still kicks out after the pin, They take a Canadian destroyer from the top of the fucking, Hell in a Cell off to the outside, and they're going to get up on a 2.5.
2.5! Yeah. Oh, my God. Me and you, we loved the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Usos match. But my only gripe about that is the fucking super kicks.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. There was a lot of them. I think if you did a super kick drinking game, you'd be fucking having alcohol poisoning by the end of that one.
Exactly. And back whenever Shawn Michaels used to do it, guess what? One super kick, you're done.
Over. Maybe two if you were facing somebody big.
Yep.
Daniel says Brad made everyone look better, which shows what kind of true pro he was.
This is a really good match.
It really is. And, they got the crowd hot into this one, too.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Now, I don't have any illusions to think that Brad's going to win this, in my opinion. I don't know the results of any of these matches because I don't look. And I've never seen this card before, so I don't think he's going to win by any means. But when you look at how he's controlling the mat in this ring and how good he's making Barry look in all ways and how good Barry's making him look, too, to be honest. Even if Brad loses here as a young, I think he's kind of right around his rookie year now. That's not going to hurt him at all. He's going to bat with, he's going to battle here, so to speak, with the U.S. champion, which was a big deal at this time, Barry Windham.
Oh, yeah, like without a doubt.
And he ain't getting his ass kicked here. He's taking it to him.
And that speaks to Barry.
Look at the fan. He's like,
I'm clawing you, man.
Daniel says he super kicked his wife during the match and made her really punt for it. What were you guys saying?
But what I was saying was, like, with Barry Windham, it shows how selfless he is, like, with trying to get Brad over with this type of match, because he could easily squash him. So
Barry was a big name at this point. Big name.
Oh yeah, like without a doubt. Okay,
how many world title runs did he? He only had that one, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, and I think that was when Flair had like the contract dispute or something like that, and he took the
and
belt
they
off
had.
there.
Oh yeah, and they had the feud between Lex Luger and Barry Windham.
Yeah, and Lex won at the Great American Bash, I believe it was.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's when Flair went over to the WWF in '91.
So the biggest championship that Brad Armstrong won was the National Heavyweight Championship. 2 times. National Tag Champions with Bob Armstrong and Tim Horner.
Okay.
He won the Mid-South North American Championship, the UWF World Tag Team Championships with Tim Horner. Rookie of the Year 1982.
So he's been around for 6 years now.
Yep.
And this is Brad you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Wow, he's been around for 6 years. Oh, geez.
Never mind. I take that back. His biggest win was he was the Smoky Mountain Wrestling World Champion.
Wasn't he a cruiserweight champion in WCW too?
Yep. A light heavyweight champion one time. And he was part of the 6-man tag team champions with Michael Hayes and Jimmy Garvin as the character known as Bad Street.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the whole Bad Street thing.
And he was voted the most underrated wrestler of 1987.
I think he's one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time.
I agree.
And, he didn't have the flash there, so I get it. He didn't have the promo skills, and I get that part. And it was a big man's game at this point, but he's one of the best workers, in my opinion, out there. Of all time,
I agree.
Down. Dana says, when you win championships with horny Tim Horner, that's bigger than winning any other championship. Yes.
I agree. Did you
remember Tim Horner? I know the name, but I don't remember him.
I think we've seen him a couple times.
Holy shit, look at that guy. Oh, my God.
Dude, he's into it.
He looks like a 6'4" Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show. Holy shit. What the fuck was going on there?
Is that Beetlejuice's daddy?
It must be. Holy jeez. It looked like the Doctor style slick on crack.
Well, Miami, they're known for their drugs.
And that guy was a jive store,
Jive soul bro.
He was a jive soul bro all day, man. Wow. He looked like Beetlejuice and Slick's mom made it. You know?
God.
What the fuck was that?
Wow.
Hold on, sound effect coming up here. Give me 1 second here. I gotta play this one just for that, folks. If you didn't see this one, I don't know what to say for you. What was going on with this guy here? Hold on.
MMA.us and Caged Insider. Connor, take a look around you. You got a lot of champions, a lot of grizzled vets. Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage?
Right here. Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. They're not. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? No, damn.
Wow. I had to play that for that guy. Man. Doctor of Style. Slick on crack. So slick. Wow. That one threw me for a loop with that guy. And he was like, he was all jazzed out in this like beautiful suit. And then he's got that nice fedora that he's rocking out with. And then he smiles and he's got 2 teeth in his mouth.
Whoa.
Look at Barry from the top. Wow.
He's got a wad of hundreds. He's got like his hot sandwiches with his soup, with a roll of condoms. He's ready to go get some horse after the wrestling show.
All right. This cameraman is going to be over with me if he shows that guy at least 2 to 3 more times during this.
I mean, straight up, he's got some whores to meet after the show. I mean, he's got to look good.
Oh, man. These guys are
beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Man, these guys are going at it.
Dude, this is nice. The match of dare I say, this could be the match of the night.
I would have figured it might have been nice cross body off the top by Brad. 1, 2. Nope. Barry kicks out. Crowd is hot for this match, though.
Dude, good Lord, this is fantastic.
Uh-huh. These two have not slowed down the entire match. Nice. He goes for another crossbody.
Oh,
Barry rolls it.
Oh, Barry.
No, dude. He's got the iron claw.
Oh, shit.
With that glove. Oh, dude. This isn't looking good for Brad. Iron claw. He's channeling his inner Fritz von Erich here.
I give the asshole customers the iron claw. It'll work.
Barry picks up the victory here with the Iron Claw, pins Brad, and gets the big W here.
Dude, bro.
Tremendous match.
Excellent match.
Look at that belt, Chris. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous belt.
This is a great transition here to the end of the match as he goes up for the crossbodies.
Yes.
Off the top. Boom. Then Barry rolls him right through, nails him right in the face with a punch, and puts that Iron Claw on.
Wow.
Do you like the Iron Claw as a finisher, though?
I do. I give I give the unruly customers at Walmart the Iron Claw.
Okay. They might need it then, right?
I do. Oh, yeah. Especially the old angry ladies.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. I liked it when Fritz did it, though. Fritz always did. Fritz had those fucking he had those just lunch boxes for hands.
Oh, that and like his facials while he was doing it, everything. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I prefer the Barry Windham lariat, though, for his finisher.
Yes. Dude, Miami Mayhem. I love this.
It's so cheesy. It's great.
Yes, it is.
Oh, here is this Jimmy Jam coming out?
God, they do not need to shoot the rest of the crowd with
it's
lights
the Rock
on.
and Roll Express. Oh, Robert Gibson just biffed right there in the outside. Boom.
How much cocaine do you think
these fucking guys? I love them, the Rock and Roll Express, but these guys were living their best life on the road.
They were.
I got no doubt in my mind those two were enjoying themselves on the road. They were partaking in some recreational drug usage, lots of beer drinking, I'm sure.
Lots of ladies. Oh, yeah.
Ricky Morton still looks the same to this fucking day, and he's like 70 years old.
No shit, which is kind of like Hakushi, like the picture I sent you. Yes. He has not aged.
He might even look better than he did when in his heyday.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is he tying the bun like around the circle on his shirt there, Chris? Isn't that what girls used to do?
Yes. But this was a decade of androgynous characters, so I'm just saying.
That mullet on Ricky Morton might be one of the best mullets of all time.
Oh, dude, it's badass.
He's got that like spiky hair that's perfectly parted and doesn't look like it's gonna move ever. Like it looks like if he went in the shower and just soaped himself up with a bunch of soap and shit, That thing is still staying looking the same. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Who's aged better, Ricky, Hakushi, or R-Truth?
R-Truth. R-Truth is going to look like he's 35 years old till he's 100. So Daniel says Ricky was passing his thousands of sloppy seconds down to Robert. What a jam-up guy Ricky is.
I love it. Dude.
This is the most important signing in the NWA, they said. Who is this?
I don't know.
Who is this? I want to see who this is. The Blackhawk.
What does this matter?
I don't know. This is the most important signing in NWA history, apparently. Who is this?
John Denver's been on the boat.
They're doing some type of contract signing with whoever this is. You ever been for a ride on the Blackhawk?
I have not. But I'd be screaming Blackhawk down.
There you go. R-Tooth is just turning 18. Craziness.
That's actually... Wait, did he turn 18 this year? That we're watching?
Oh, no. Here it is. This is the most important signing of all time. Ric Flair versus Lex Luger for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Barry has suddenly gotten to change this fast and down to West Palm Beach. And
holy crap.
That's like lickety fucking split speed right there. Barry just got done with a match, but he's going to this yacht in West Palm Beach, far away from Miami. Boy, does he know how to do the Jetsons teleport shit, man, or something?
He does. We gotta contact Barry and say, hey man, what's your secret?
How did you do that?
How you doing that? All right, Lex, dude. Lex looks fantastic.
Yeah, he looks great here. When they said Barry drove fast, they meant it. He does everything at high speed, Daniel, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When was Lex's first title run against Barry when he beat Barry Windham?
I think so. I
don't remember if he ever beat Flair, because I think they were gonna put the belt on him and then opted against it for some reason.
Hold on, let me.
Bro, look at that fucking suit on Rick, man. That thing is tremendous.
Dude, styling and profiling.
Woo!
Rick could be a fantastic valet.
He looks like a fucking apple in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. Now Shivani's there, too. This is tremendous.
Good Lord.
Tony's not the only, or Barry's not the only one that can, and JJ that can get out there fast. We got Tony, man. He's moving and grooving. Oh, now they tell you it happened earlier today.
Damn it.
Yeah, they waited a little late on that one, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I thought they would. Damn it. I was hoping they would keep up this charade.
I was really hoping that too. I don't know why you didn't mention that earlier. Maybe I missed it, but I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Daniel says Rick is about to make Mama Luger a real woman. Woo!
Woo! How you doing?
Just going for a ride on Space Mountain.
Do you think that she would get the torture rack?
Maybe. It could happen. Anything
right.
can happen when you're with the Nature Boy. All right, next, folks, is the Fantastics taking on the Sheep Herders here. So, once again, for the people that don't know, the Sheep Herders are Luke and Butch, the Bushwhackers, WWE Hall of Famers.
Apparently, there was a Bahamas championship that Luger won.
Wow. That's tremendous. I'd love to see that belt.
Florida television champion, Southern heavyweight champion. He won the world title twice. I'm going to see who the first person he beat.
It's got to be Windham then, because the second one would have been Hogan for that 1 week.
Yeah, and I think it's a damn shame that he only had it for a week.
Rick could have really put him over even more at this time if he would have done it for him.
I agree.
I wonder what the reasoning was for not doing it.
I don't know. Okay, hold on. So it was vacated and Luger beat
Windham.
Flair. Wait, hold on. No. Yeah, Windham. I'm sorry.
What about
And-
Windham? If you can click on him, I believe he was the world champion once.
Oh yeah,
I
he
could
was.
be wrong though. Check it on Windham. I'm pretty sure he was a champion once, but I might be wrong. Dude, Double A has hair in this, bro.
Holy crap, man! Blonde.
Dude,
Blonde
other than the
streaks.
hair and the blonde on the top, Double A looks exactly the same to this day as he did back then.
Oh yeah, he does.
Minus the hair on the top of his head. Diamonds are forever, and so
And
are the
so
four
the re-
horsemen.
How you doing, baby?
10 for a fantastic match. I demand refunds if it's not a fantastic match. Well, when the Fantastics are in there, it's always going to be fantastic.
You goddamn right. Oh wow.
Skippy.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see. There's a big history for the NWA World Title. Holy shit!
Who is this schmuck with the sheep herders?
I have no idea.
This idiot's waving the flag of New Zealand. He's got a fucking dog collar on.
All right, so Barry Windham. Okay, so it was the Great Muta,
Okay.
and then Barry Windham. So I guess Barry beat the Great Muta.
Okay. I can see it.
Yeah,
I forgot Muda was an NWA champion. I know he had held some other belts there. I didn't remember him being one.
Yep, he beat the Great Muta at Super Bowl 3.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go.
I knew he had one run in him there. I forgot that it was about vacating. It was when player vacated. I thought for some reason that Windham had the belt already. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I remember that now that it vacated. You know, the 91 Bash when Luger won the title from him, that was the first ever WCW pay-per-view I saw as a kid.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, very cool.
First one I ever saw. That's the first time I really was watching Lex Luger. I'd seen him maybe a little bit, but not. I wasn't a big, huge guy that followed the NWA or anything like that. But
yeah,
that was the first pay-per-view I ever saw. And I loved Lex Luger after that. I thought he was awesome. Definitely rest in peace to Butch. Only fitting he's on this show for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Bushwhackers were a great comedy act in the WWF. They were loving it. Who
Oh, my God.
on here?
Luger.
Poor Luger.
They're kicking him out of the Horsemen.
Jesus, these bastards. He's fighting all of them.
Do you hear Jim Ross? Somebody
Yes.
get some help.
Somebody get some help out of it. Is Luger wearing women's shoes?
I don't know.
They look like women's like fucking shoes.
Once
And
again, this is the
he's got
1980s.
suspenders on too for some reason. He looks like Firebreaker fucking Chip in that.
Dude, don't you disrespect the good goddamn name of Firebreaker Chip. Absolute legend.
Sorry, Firebreaker Chip. He's got a chip on his shoulders.
I'm sorry, Paul Bromwell.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Firebreaker Chip.
That's right.
Oh, he's busted open there.
Good Lord. That's a gusher.
That's what she said.
Oh, hey-o. Anyways, the NWA Sundays at 5:35 Eastern time. What the fuck? 5:30. That's a really odd time.
Very odd. Daniel says Barry's all over the show. He's charging triple.
No shit.
Who knows? Maybe even more than that, Daniel.
Oh yeah.
Boy, they definitely got their money's worth out of Barry tonight. That's for sure. He's been on 3 segments already. I think the only 3 segments on the show, basically, and he's been involved with them.
Oh god, yeah.
3 out of the last 4 or 5 at least.
The only time wait, okay, so like the first pay-per-view, World Championship Wrestling pay-per-view, which like my dad actually paid for, because I would always rent like the videotapes before that. But like the first one that I actually watched live, it was WCW Mayhem '99.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the one where they had like the tournament for like the vacated world title. And like the main event, it was Bret Hart versus Chris Benoit.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah.
That had been a good match.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. It was a Russo-rific show. Let's just say that.
There you go. Daniel says Butch making facials look like the lights blinding him in one eye. The Bushwhackers, you know, when you look at them even here and you saw that picture of them at the end of their life, they almost look pretty similar.
Oh, yeah,
they do right here. You know, I know minus a little, you know, gray and aging a little bit, but they pretty much look the same their whole life without really aging too much from this point.
I agree.
The Fantastics are so smooth in the ring.
They're fantastic.
They are. That fucking name really fit them well. They are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Look at a little stinger there. Hey, kid.
Steiner rise. No, wait. A man called Sting.
He's a man called Sting. I don't know who's who of the Fantastics here. Is the guy with the like lighter colored hair? Is that Tommy Rogers?
I guess.
I think it is.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I don't know who they are. Like, to separate them. Let me take a peek here. Let's see Tommy Rogers.
We're only 32 minutes in, and this show's been loaded so far.
Oh, it's been great. So Tommy Rogers is the guy on the outside of the ring with the darker hair. That's Tommy Rogers, not in the ring right now. And that's Bobby Fulton with the blonde hair.
Oh, Johnny Ace, man, the dynamic dudes. You talk about a legendary tag team.
Bro, when we get a dynamic dude sighting in here, that fucking show is automatically going to go to a thumbs up.
You know we're eventually going to come across the dynamic dudes.
It'll happen eventually at some point. I can't wait for it. Get it, got it, good.
Get it, got it, good.
He definitely wasn't fantastic enough to be in the Fantastics.
Shane Douglas, his career went downhill after the dynamic dudes.
Yeah, but he boosted it back up for himself. That's for sure.
Oh, that's your opinion. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The dynamic dudes are phenomenal.
ECW.
I know you did. I honestly, I was a Shane Douglas mark. Which I did enjoy watching him. My first ever XPW show, it was main evented by Shane Douglas, and not just the coolest, not just the best, just incredible. So yeah, for the XPW. I was
never really a fan of Shane, but didn't dislike him or anything, but never really was a huge fan of him. I thought his ECW stuff was really good. Other than that, he fell flat to me always.
I gotcha.
But says, I haven't seen a team this well-rounded besides Well Done. The Fantastics are a solid number 2. You can't beat Well Done, all right? Those guys can go. Who is this idiot with the dog collar?
I don't know.
He's really fucking agitating me. And I don't know why, but he's just annoying.
Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Sheep herders.
He looks like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Nerds.
He looks like fucking Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. No doubt about it.
Hold on. Jonathan Boyd.
Who the fuck is that guy? Did he go by any other wrestling names?
Hold on. Hold on. WC. Damn it.
Jonathan Boyd. Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, you look that up. See if he's got any other names. Hold on a second.
In January of 1988, Boyd defeated Ranger Ross for the NWA Alabama Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. Did you just say the NWA Alabama
in a series of matches?
That's real?
Yes. Yes. That with the fabulous ones coming to an end, the Sheepherders came face to face with another team that would turn out to be a constant thorn on their side. Fantastics. Jonathan Boyd reunited with the Sheepherders and World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico in the winter of 1985. Kiwi Sheepherders. Fantastics. Loser leaves.
Imagine him going to school with his kid one day, and he's like, kid's doing show and tell, brings dad in with his NWA Alabama championship.
Oh, dude, I'm just saying,
dad,
man.
He was a celebrity. He's the former NWA Alabama heavyweight champion of the world. It's a prestigious belt. It was once held by Scuffy McGee.
Scuffy McGee. Hey, dude, I'm just telling you, I think that Mr. Conrad would love that belt.
He has a book, Daniel says, called John Boyd. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
I have the NWA Alabama championship in my bathroom. I figured it'd fit right next to the scrapper. Shitter's full. Hold on.
Shitter's full.
Don't
Shit,
flush
fool.
the Alabama championship down, please.
Don't do it.
The sheep herders are having a good match with the Fantastics here, though. Once
They
again,
are. Unfortunately, I mean, they served their purpose in the WWF, being the Bushwhackers, but they were never really given the opportunity, like, to show what they could do.
dude,
honestly,
that is Ogre from fucking Revenge of the Nerds. I'm fucking telling you, it looks just like Ogre, and I know it isn't not the actor Ogre, but he looks fucking just like him.
oh yeah.
It's scary.
Who's your favorite character from Revenge of the Nerds?
Booger.
You just read my mind. I love
Booger's
Booger.
hilarious. I love Booger. He's great. Scuffy McGee floated his way to the championship. It's where Mary learned how to teach Henry. I'm glad Daniel picked up on the Scuffy McGee name right there.
What's Scuffy McGee? I'm sorry.
It's from Rookie of the Year. When he's talking about when Brigman's talking about Henry, and he goes, "I ain't seen anybody do that since Scuffy McGee." Chet's made me watch that movie on repeat for like 48 hours straight, so I could learn all about some Chetitude. So I know every line of that movie. It seems.
What you call it? Have you before you go to bed every night? There's a secret to helping you sleep. Like, a lot of people don't know this, actually, and that is hot ice. I mean,
it's the best of both worlds.
It is. I mean, hot ice. I use it. You use it. I mean, and it's just fantastic. So there you go, guys. The secret to a great night of sleep is hot ice.
I used to sleep 3 hours a night for a multitude of reasons. All right.
Yeah.
All I use now is hot ice. I'm out like a light for like at least 24 to 48 hours. All right. It's that good.
That's why you're. That's why you have clients that get backed up. It's because you're sleeping.
I can't help it, man. When you use hot ice,
boom.
That REM sleep. You know, most people get a good 6 to 8 hours of REM sleep a night. Hot ice, you're getting at least 24 hours minimum. All right. 48 hours if you use a double dosage of the hot ice, but that is only recommended for the real serious hot ice users. You have to work your tolerance up to that. So
make sure to clear your schedule, ladies and gentlemen, for hot ice.
Yeah. If your kid's got a fucking soccer game the next day, you might not want to use it. You ain't waking up. Daniel says he uses it 24/7. Doctor said 15 minutes a week. He's got Chetitude. He's doing it. So could I. Yep. Smart man.
Have you seen the movie The Father of the Bride?
Absolutely.
Okay. Remember the scene where Steve Barnes' character took the sleeping pills?
Oh, yeah. Was that the first one or the second one?
I think it was the second one.
Yeah, because like he missed the baby or something, right?
Yeah. They were getting ready to like both of the girls like were going into labor, and he's like, "Uh-oh, bye-bye."
Did Bushwhacker Luke just give a DX suck it to him?
He did. Suck it.
Now we know where DX stole it from. They stole it from Bushwhacker Luke.
Suck it, mate.
Get Ogre out of here, please.
Which I met a lady from Australia today, and she was extremely open and very honest about how things are. Apparently, the whole country of Australia is the size, when it comes to population, is about the same population as California. I did not know that.
Interesting. And
she said that like the country is extremely spread out, and like there's like very, very wide open areas like with no people at all. She said normally like the cities, like they have extremely crowded cities followed by massive plots of land that are just flat out empty. And I'm like,
very bare in a lot of spots from what I've seen and heard too.
Yeah.
Daniel said it's truly weird hearing the herders not being cheered, seeing how popular they were in the WWF. It really is kind of strange if you've never seen their matches as the sheep herders. Because I think people really forget. And I remember the Bushwhackers very much as a kid. One of them licked me on the head when I was a fucking kid at an event. And I didn't want it, but he did. And the crowd fucking loved them. They'd go run around and do the hand thing with their hands, lick the fucking people on the head, and never really won a match basically at all. But the crowd was always into the fucking Bushwhackers. They were huge baby faces.
Do you think in like the COVID time we're in right now, the licking the head would be appropriate?
Yeah, probably not. Imagine imagine the lawsuit somebody would slap on somebody if a wrestler at an event licked their kid's head.
Oh my God!
You know, and wouldn't go out there. What's he doing there? Tommy Rogers and
What the
Bobby
fuck?
Fulton, they're trying to do some weird pin here on the Herders.
Okay.
He's getting out of the ring there. That was an interesting transition the way they were doing that.
Oh yeah, it was. These
Would
matches have been really good.
fucking take a chair and hit Ogre right in the fucking head right now, please? Somebody. I'm
Come
asking
on.
anybody. Just take a chair and smack this idiot in the head.
Come on.
Please. I'm begging them.
What about
automatic thumbs up of a show if they do it?
What about Beetlejuice's dad?
He can do it too. He's great. He doesn't deserve a chair. I want to see him the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I want to see him more than once. This guy, he's got heat with me. Just throwing that out there. Rhea Ripley could lick my HG. Oh, what am I match this is?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus. You're lucky you got licked by them in that Pity City. Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah, I agree.
John's gonna take out Boyd. It's happening.
Oh my God.
I might hop into Back to the Future time machine and go back to June 8th, 1988 and just hop the fucking hop the guardrail here and just lay this guy out.
And I wasn't even born yet when the
Nope.
show was to.
You weren't even a fucking apple in your parents' eye yet, man.
September I came out of my mother's womb. So yeah. Yes. So I was baking in the oven.
And when were you born? What year?
September 11th, 1988.
Oh, okay. So you are in your parents' mindset at this point. You're coming out in a few months.
I was
look at that bastard. He's got the damn championship.
No! Really?
Man, nails him. I love the outside of these old venues where they didn't put down any they didn't put down any mats or anything.
Yeah, fuck it. Just
you see all the popcorn and fucking stains all over this place and trash.
Oh yeah.
Please, somebody take Boyd out now. Please. I'm begging them. Super fucking kick this guy right into the fucking the Caribbean. All right. You're close out to Cuba here. Give him a good super kick. Super kick him over to Fidel.
Oh God.
It was a solid 9 months old at this point. I still wouldn't be afraid of the red-shirted, goofy-looking security.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, these security back in the day, these minions. Yeah. Man, they're swinging it. Come on. They're swinging chairs on the outside. Somebody nail them. Please. I'm begging them. Come on.
Damn it.
Somebody take Boyd out now.
Is there
Teddy,
disqualifications
book him in a
this
match with The Undertaker, please.
A tag team match.
Yeah. Something. Look at Luke there biting the ropes at the bottom.
Hold on a second. Is there disqualifications in this match?
I guess not.
You're playing fast and loose with the rules.
I guess
the
not.
fuck is he doing?
I didn't get to see that sign. It said something about the Proud Americans. I think it said the Proud Americans are fantastic. I think that's what it said.
Yes,
whoever wrote that sign, you might want to go back and find something a little bit more catchy.
Yes, because we know there's such hostility between us and Australia. No, wait, these guys are from New Zealand. I'm sorry.
Daniel says there's a goofy-looking security guy that looks like Geraldo on the side of the Herders. All right, I'm going to be on a lookout for this guy now. Could it have been Geraldo at this point? No, he was a pretty mainstream star at this point, right?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, the Herders missed that one off the
top
rope.
God.
This has still been a really fun match, though.
It has.
This
show's been great so far. I'll say this show's been better than the old one.
I think so far. First two matches.
And it's sad, the turnout, whenever you have such a great show.
Well, they're in this small auditorium, and this small auditorium looks like it's pretty much sold out. It just wasn't a big venue, and if they knew enough to know that they couldn't go and sell out a huge arena, it's probably was smarter on their side to book a venue that they knew they could fill potentially. Because think if they would have gone to like a 20,000 seat arena, they would have paid extra money for the rent and all that stuff of the building and all that, the costs that are incurred in it. And then how shitty would it look on television, for them to, have an empty arena.
Well, it's kind of like Wembley Stadium coming up. I'm extremely curious to see.
I am very curious to see what they can do. Unless he's going to give away 50,000 tickets, I can't see him getting to the 91.
I would say 35 to 40.
I'm going to go 50 to 60. I'm thinking right now. The pre-sales look like they were pretty good. I originally thought it'd be lower, but I'm going to say 50 to 60 that they're going to draw. That's my opinion.
What's the pre-sale look like?
They said they've already sold, I think, was it 25,000 and something like that, or 25% of the capacity, or something like that. The pre-sale did very well. So I think they're definitely going to draw definitely 35 to 50, but I'm thinking 50 to 60 they get. Which that would be a real success, but you know how expensive it's got to be to run Wembley?
Yeah. At least like $250,000 to rent it.
I was listening to this on a podcast. I forget which podcast I was listening to this on. I think I actually heard this on a couple of podcasts. Somebody was talking about Wembley. Might have been Bruce's, but they were talking about Wembley. I don't know if it was Bruce, but it was one of the podcasts I listen to frequently. And they said that Wembley costs between like probably $500,000 to $600,000 to rent for a day. And you got to figure if they're doing setup there because they're going to have to fly everybody over there and everything. They're going to have to rent it out for probably 4 days, I would bet. So it's going to cost them a couple million just for the building space. Okay, the Fantastics picked the victory up there in a roll-up. Now the sheep herders are beating them down.
Good match.
Tommy Rogers is fighting them off, though. Nobody has taken a chair to the head of this Boyd idiot. The sheep herders are pretty pissed about losing. But, hey, that was probably the best Bushwhackers match I've ever seen.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I thought it was a great stadium. A great match. That just completely blew away my expectations, without a doubt.
Even the Fantastics are selling hard to distract from the worthlessness of Boyd. I legit have never heard of that guy ever before this. Ever. No idea who he is. The Garvin.
All right, so
Jimmy and Ron. Oh, we got a Dr. Death interview again?
Dude.
Look, why is he wearing white gloves? What is going on with this right now? He's wearing white gloves. Why? I'm very baffled on this.
I don't know. He's got a hot date later.
I guess. You know, Chris, though, like when I was
that way it's not obvious. So far, there was 4.
You're lagging a little bit, buddy. You might want to come in and come out. You're lagging.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah, you're fine, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
So when I was a kid, people would like you'd go to church on Easter, and my sister would have her white Easter dress, and then she would have the white gloves. I have no idea why Dr. Death is in these white gloves here. Just doesn't fit Dr. Death, Steve Williams' personality here, folks, to me. Or Dr. Death Williams, excuse me. All right, we got the Varsity Club versus the Garvins coming up here in just a minute. Yep, here comes the Varsity Club out with Kevin Sullivan. Boom. All right, Chris is back here in a second. This is a pretty awful theme song they got. This is no Jim Ross's. I think they're coming out. This music's been playing for a while, folks.
All right, are we good now?
Yeah, we're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Okay.
All right. Oh, Sullivan just about tripped on the outside there. That would have been funny.
Oh my god.
Cage here.
I don't know, but dude, Dr. Death's promo was fucking dreadful.
Stellar, right? Why give that man a mic?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody believes it. Don't give him a mic, though, please. This is
okay,
totally
so
80s, this theme song. This is so bad, it's good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I had hair right now, I'd be fucking headbanging.
Hell yeah, bang your
I
head.
shake my head like that every time I see Sullivan on TV. Can we put him in the JJ Dillon cage from the last clash? That would be fun, Daniel.
Yeah.
I'd have to say this,
So,
Precious is probably tougher than just about everybody on her side of the team here. She kicked some ass last time.
Yeah, I would say. Kick some ass, kicking some ass, kick some ass.
All right. So you were gonna say something before that, buddy. What were you gonna say?
I said what I was gonna say was when it came to the sales of the tickets so far from what I'm reading, SummerSlam has, because apparently they're already started to sell tickets for SummerSlam. They've already sold 30,000 tickets.
Wow.
And there is a pre-sale for AEW, and so far they've had, it said like 40,000 signups, but that doesn't necessarily mean purchases. So
40,000 signups.
Yes.
All right.
For like the pre-sale. So we'll see. And because think about it, like, because in like that neck of the woods, they don't get that many shows. So maybe that might be the thing that's going to attract a bigger crowd. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I hope for their sake it's a success.
We hope it's a success, guys. Don't think that we're like fucking negative Nancy's here. Like, we want them for them to succeed. It's just it's hard for us to watch it because of Tony Khan. The guy is a dreadful booker. I'm sorry, but he is.
He's got great talent over there.
Oh, he does. Just yeah.
Great show as always, guys. Thank you, Ricky.
Well, thank you, Ricky. We appreciate it, brother. We hope you're doing well tonight, or this morning, or whatever time it is. Dude, Jim Ross
he's everywhere tonight.
Dude.
AEW hasn't ran one European show yet. It's going to do big, no doubt. That's why I think it's going to do big too, to Daniel and Chris, because they're brand new to this market, and the England fans love wrestling. So I think they're going to eat it up, and it's their first opportunity to see it live. You know, can't blame them.
That's like whenever Jeff Jarrett was running TNA Wrestling, their second biggest market was Europe, and like the United Kingdom. Every single time they would go, they would sell out major arenas because those fans were starving for American wrestling. So I don't blame. I mean, I hope they succeed. Good God, dude.
Who do you think's better international? Who do you think's the best market internationally for, like, you know, like a WWE or an AEW? Who do you think? Well, let's use it for WWE because AEW is still so new. What do you think is probably the best secondary market other than the United States? What do you think?
Canada.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Then I would say Europe.
Yeah, like the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Then Japan and yeah. I would say it then Japan and then Mexico. But like the thing is that like Canada, good God, man, you talk about diehard rabid fans. I love every single time the WWE does a live show in Canada.
I don't think there's any better live crowd than Montreal.
Oh, without Chicago's a close second.
Definitely a close second with Chicago. Then I'd go with New York and then Philly. But
Yep.
I think Montreal is, no matter whatever they're getting, they enjoy it. They are animated. They get way into it. I think they're the biggest friggin' I think they're the biggest and the best crowd that's out there in regards to
I agree.
just how fun they make it and how much they're into it.
That's like a few months ago at the Elimination Chamber show.
Oh, absolutely.
I loved every single minute of that show. Mainly, I mean, like the matches were fantastic, but the fans made it that much better.
And same thing. I I'm a big UFC fan, as I always have been, and George St. Pierre is my favorite fighter of all time.
Yeah.
George St. Pierre is from Montreal. When he had his title rematch the only time he lost, other than earlier in his career, he lost that fluke bout to Matt Serra. They booked the rematch in his hometown of Montreal.
The Bell Center.
The Bell Center. They sold that shit out, and I'm telling you, remember watching it and seeing it, that crowd was on fucking fire. I've never seen a UFC crowd that was into it so much. When George St. Pierre came out, and they were great the whole night, I remember. They were into it the whole night. But then when GSP came out, the hometown boy, they went fucking batshit for him.
Oh, yeah.
It was, I remember like seeing like fan videos afterwards where they're taping it, and it's like you could hear that place shake. That's how much they were into that. That's how much the Montreal fans get into sports like UFC, wrestling, Canada, I'm sure too, for hockey as well.
Oh, yeah.
But Montreal fans, man, they're a whole other different breed.
Oh God, yeah. And the thing is that like for me, my all-time favorite UFC fighter is CM Punk. I mean, I think he had a great career.
Hell of a fighter.
Hell of a fighter, man.
It just says Montreal is no Saginaw. You said biggest.
You know what? I take that back. Kimbo Slice is my favorite UFC fighter of all time.
Kimbo is something. Woo! Daniel says GSP guy all day. Haven't found one fighter since I cared about except like him, except Ronda.
Yeah.
When GSP pretty much retired for me, Daniel as well, and I'll still watch it and keep up with it as best as I can. I don't buy pay-per-views or anything anymore, but when GSP retired, that was kind of it for me too.
I will be honest with you guys. I loved Tito and Lesnar. Those are the ones that I enjoyed watching.
Tito's a putz, but he's at least a good salesman in regards to and shows and hyping it up and shit. But Tito's a legit putz. There's no denying that one. That guy's as dumb as a fucking box of rocks.
Well,
and to think he's like a city councilman in his whatever
what?
he lives in. Yeah. They were ready to all like walk out because of how stupid and how much of a dumbass jerk he was at the city council meetings. Like,
I gotta look this up.
Walking out. Yeah, he's like a city councilman in his town.
Who the hell will vote for him?
That's my theory. He's from Huntington Beach, California. So who knows what is going on out there? They hate him over there, though. I don't know if he still is one, but the other council members like couldn't stand him and would walk out or didn't want to be around if he was going to be there. They hated him that much.
Holy fuck! I did not know that.
Let's see. Dana says, I haven't followed much except what I see posted here and there. Give me GSP, Ronda, and Brock, and I'd order the shows they were on. Yeah, that's always it for most people. If they have your fighter on there, you're definitely going to get it. I always got him for GSP, and then in his early years for John Jones a lot too. I would get him. Brock Lesnar was on. I was getting that too.
Chuck Liddell.
Very fun one. I would get him sometimes with Chuck.
Shamrock, I
was never into it. Nothing against him, but that was early days.
He's an early pioneer. Him, Dan Severn, and all that. This was right before like they hit it big. But if it wasn't for those pioneers, you wouldn't have had like the road laid down for what they eventually became. So
Rick Steiner is kind of quiet on the outside. He's about as quiet as he was this past week when that fan video popped up of him grilling him about his comments, and he wanted nothing to say.
I'm just gonna be honest, Rick. I respect your contributions to the business. You're one half of one of the greatest tag teams in the history of the business. But just certain things, man. Not to talk like my mom or dad. Whenever they're telling me growing up, they said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing at all.
Seriously.
I hope
we're living in 2023. Terrible.
I mean, come on. Because I have my opinions on certain things, and there's a time and place for everything. But if you know that it's going to be a potential detriment to your brother, or most importantly, your son, shut the fuck up.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinions on anything in life, as long as they're not disrespectful and wrong and awful like that, man. You're not being hateful and discriminatory towards somebody. Like,
I agree.
Keep it. If you don't agree with somebody's stuff, even if that's your choice in life to be, I guess. But if you don't agree with something about them, just don't fucking say anything like whatever was said. So many people corroborated the story that it was true, and he didn't deny it at all. So, but I don't think he'll be invited to too many wrestling conventions in the imminent future.
And I think that's going to potentially, which I don't think that'll cut into Scott, will it? Because they'll book Scott no matter what.
Daniel just said it's bad when Scott is looked at better now for conduct.
Yeah,
true.
Dude, just imagine if Scott would have been a mixed martial arts fighter.
Bro, he would have been hilarious as one.
During his heyday, do you think that he could hang with people?
They say Rick Steiner was tougher than Scott.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody I've ever heard that knew these guys well, and they talk about the tough guys of the business. They said that Rick was they said Scotty was as tough as could be too, but that Rick was tougher than Scotty, and it wasn't even close.
Just imagine Ming in a UFC ring. Holy fuck.
Thing to see.
George St. Pierre versus Ming.
Oh man, that would be an interesting one. But it's really like when you go back and you look at it at this time, you got a lot of guys that were just legit college athletes out there and wrestlers and real studs, man. Dr. Death Steve Williams was a fucking beast in amateur wrestling. Rick Steiner, Mike Rotunda was as too. People don't know that about him. He was a standout athlete at the University of Syracuse.
Lex
Sullivan
Luger
was a great wrestler too, I believe.
Oh yeah, Lex Luger was pro football player. Look at Ron Simmons. I mean,
probably the greatest defensive end, I believe, in Florida State history, still to this day. They say.
Yep. So just saying, like, yeah, you're right. I mean, the pedigree of these guys is outstanding.
Yeah. Yep. And there's just a ton that are out there. These guys too, like, were big football players. They had like this West Texas college or something like that, where a lot of these guys played and got discovered too.
Mike Rotunda wrestled right up the road from where you live, Syracuse.
Yeah, absolutely. I've said this before. I said on the last class, his aunt, who passed away years ago, is my next door neighbor.
Oh,
right behind my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not like I ever saw him or anything like that, but and he's from a small town called Newark Valley. That's 15 minutes from my house. So
now you're not a real New Yorker, but is Mike Rotunda a real New Yorker?
I guess so. He's got. I'm not one though. I'm not one, I guess, but he's got to be.
Yeah.
Other side of the town is a real one, Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, not where I live. I'm not a real one.
That's like I'm not a real South Carolinian. Okay,
no,
I'm not.
Not at all.
Not.
It says Scott just did a Comic-Con this weekend in South Carolina. He was the bigger name for the convention anyways, but nobody is going to touch Rick now. I saw a picture where everybody was lined up at Jeff Hardy's one, and then it was Teddy Long and Scott Steiner looking like Virgil at a signing where nobody.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like Jeff had like 10, 12 people in line, and Teddy Long and Scott were next to him, and nobody was in their line.
Dude, I hate to say it, but whenever me and Daniel went to the show last year, no one was really in line for Teddy. And I love Teddy so much.
Yeah. I wouldn't be either, though. That's just me. I mean, if he was charging for like $15-20, maybe I would get one with him.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be lining up to.
And Ricky Steamboat was sitting right next to him, and he had a line. So, yeah.
Well, that is the dragon. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
Daniel says Kevin was quite a crier in the cage. At least he's good for something.
Oh.
Hey, Chris, take the reins for 2 minutes. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Clash of Champions. We got the 1980s smile, style, and profile. We're going to have some fun tonight, baby. Oh, Ronnie Garvin goes for the pin. 1, 2. And Rick Steiner's just laying there like a floppity flippity fish. And we are at the James L. Knight Center in Miami, Florida. Mi amo Miami, ladies and gentlemen. And, if I wouldn't get a copyright claim, I'd be playing Welcome to Miami. But no, we can't do that right now. So, like, we got Kevin Sullivan in the cage, baby. Rage in the cage. All right, so let's see what Daniel says. He says, Teddy is solid, but he was $60. Yeah, not paying half that. I agree. And I've said this about 48,000 times, but I'm going to say it again. Me and Daniel, we were sitting in line waiting to meet Cross. And it was amazing just listening to Ricky and freaking Teddy talk. And that right there was just awesome because, like, they're talking about the business and everything else. And me and Daniel, like, we're just standing there like this is one of the coolest things that we've ever seen being wrestling fans. So just seeing those moments, it just make it better for me being a fan. I loved it. I mean, like, meeting Cross was awesome because he's my favorite wrestler, but just seeing the Dragon, one of the goats of the business, talk shop with the greatest SmackDown general manager of all time. Cool as shit, man. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Daniel said, what a time. Got to go backstage. It felt like just standing there. Oh, yeah, man. It was fucking awesome. I will never forget that. And that was just such an awesome moment right there. All right. Ronnie Garvin was okay in the ring, but so bland and boring. Even in delivering, I never saw anything. Oh, yeah. And they gave Ronnie Garvin the world title. I believe Ronnie was a transitional champion, if I am correct. Let me see. Ronnie Garvin, I think he won the WCW title. Yep. Yeah, he did. Hold on. And he didn't hold it for very long. Hold on. WCW champion. Yeah, hold on. He headlined Starrcade 87. I think he lost it to Flair. He's the man with the hands of stone. So 1908. Hold on. So from September 25th, 1987 to November 26th, 1987, he was a world champion. So I take that back. He actually held the title for more than a week. But like a lot of people said that he was a transitional champion. So he beat Flair just to lose it at Starrcade. Back to Flair. All right. Hold on. Yeah, he definitely got the belt, and that was the worst choice for any WCW. Oh, that's mean. Made it in the late 90s or 2000s, I agree. Who's the worst champion, Garvin or Arquette? Oh, God. Come on, Sullivan. With the charisma Stone Cold. Stone, too, and not Stone Cold. And oh, no. Sullivan's trying to fondle Precious. That ain't right. Oh, God. And here comes Mr. White Gloves. We got Mr. Dr. Death, baby. And a fun secret for you guys. The cocaine cannot be seen on the white gloves, so that's probably why he used it. Garvin. Okay, I got you. And what the hell is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so Precious is pushing Jimmy Garvin, and apparently, I believe Precious was the real life wife of Jimmy Garvin. So yeah. Oh God. Precious is leaving. You got Jimmy Garvin and you got Dr. Death in the ring. What the hell is going on?
Did Precious make a heel turn?
All right. Dr. Death has to make sure there was no fingerprints on Precious. That's right.
Did Precious just make a big heel turn or something?
She said, fuck you, Ronnie or Jimmy, one of the Garvins, the guy with the black hair anyways. And she pushed him and she walked out of the ring.
That is his real life wife, though, by the way, Chris.
I know.
Yep,
I just said that. And apparently Ronnie Garvin was world champion for 62 days.
Yeah, he beat Flair.
He beat Flair just to lose it 62 days later to Flair again at Starrcade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Flair wanted time off. I don't know. But he's the man with the hands of stone. This is actually, honestly, a pay-per-view quality show. This is a pay-per-view quality show, and this is on free TV.
That last match, from what I saw, but I didn't finish it out because I had to step out for a sec. But
Yeah,
it looked like kind of a cluster.
it was. Daniel literally just said it.
Oh, did he? Let me see. Yep, there we go. That was a cluster.
Him being champion 62 days to 63 days too long. Yes, I agree.
Oh,
God.
Here's from what was this last month? Or was this from a main event or a Saturday night?
I have no idea.
When the Koloffs, is that Nikita Koloff or is that the Warlord and the Barbarian? That's the Warlord and the Barbarian with Ivan Koloff. Excuse me.
Was this their shit attempt? Okay. So did they have the Powers of Pain before the Legion of Doom, and these guys were pretty much a ripoff of them?
They did the Legion of Doom. Road Warriors were before the Powers of Pain.
All right. Because the Powers of Pain, they seem like a cheap version of... Oh, did you see that guy just walking by, like, looking at him?
Yeah, he was giving him the creepo stare. They're going to be in the Tower of Doom. Look at this. They have a trap door on the top. What
Motherfucker.
the hell?
I've never seen this.
I haven't either.
Hold on. I'm going to look this up. Wait.
I've never even heard of this.
Is this similar to the match in 1995 with Hogan and Macho?
It must be. It's got to be.
This was at the 1988. Holy shit, this looks really cool. This is the exact same thing as the Ready to Rumble match.
Okay. When was the match?
The Great American Bash 1988. I really think we need to check this out.
That would be interesting. Look at the drawing here that they're showing on the TV. It looks like a bunch of fucking tiki huts that put on top of one another.
It does.
The drawing looks like a fucking kindergartner did it, making tiki huts and giving them to NWA here, saying, here's the designs for the Tower of Doom.
The Tower of Doom, baby.
Jimmy King accessories not included.
Dude, Jimmy King, a legend.
The Tower of Doom needs to make a strong comeback. Bianca Belair would fight them all and win.
Oh, yeah, she would.
She's the EST, that's why.
She is. I gotta say, a WrestleMania, probably the match of the show was Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great match.
And Charlotte, she proved once again why she is the greatest female wrestler in the history of the business. Hands down. Or do you disagree with that?
Right now, I think Rhea's going to I think Rhea's got definitely the potential to beat her on that because it takes two to tango in a match.
I know.
She was sure tremendous herself. Charlotte's great though. She was great.
Oh yeah.
Look at Perez here.
Big Al Perez.
Bro, he looks like a young Vince Russo with a mullet.
Bro,
he does. He looks like a young Vince Russo with a mullet. Gary Hart, my God, he looks like what's going on with him,
dude. The guy's got put like a hat on, like he's about to blind me with his fucking head.
Nikita Koloff is about to kill Al Perez here.
Holy fuck, Nikita had hair?
Yeah, it's kind of weird to see him with that flat top, right?
It is. Was this after Nikita came back?
This was before, I believe.
Okay.
This is before he left. He left a few years after this, I think.
Okay.
The Jim Herd era. I think it was right around the Jim Herd era, something like that.
Because wasn't he promised like a world title run or something and he left?
He was going to get a world title run. His wife was dying and he wanted to spend time with his wife before she died. I think he told this story when I interviewed him years ago. I believe he did. But yeah, he wanted to take care of his wife and be there for at the end of her life, and they wanted him on the road. And he said, absolutely not. He said, what if we gave you a world title run? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I want to be there for my wife till she dies.
And he made the right decision.
He made the right decision, and he stayed with her until she passed, came back, and it was like they kind of punished him and dropped him out when he came back.
Because he put family first?
Pretty much. And I believe from what I've heard, Ric Flair was the one behind it, but I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it was. If I remember correctly.
Well, no offense. Rick wasn't too big on family back then.
No, that he wasn't. Daniel says, Nikita with hair, bushwhackers being booed. What the hell is going on?
It's an alternative universe, ladies and gentlemen.
An alternative universe here tonight.
So no, like
I never remember seeing Nikita with hair.
No, me neither. We might do like a bonus show for the Great American Bash within the next few months. I'm just saying, I think
like
that'd
those
be fun.
old WCW and WA, Great American Bashes from that era. I've seen a few of them through the years after the fact, of course.
Yeah,
but I thought some of them were pretty good.
This show is pay-per-view quality. I'm telling you.
Once again, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, though, Chris. They had fucking the better wrestlers, and they really did. They had better wrestlers than WWF. Just they couldn't compete with WWF's production value and just how they portrayed people and the star appeal that's a few of their bigger talents has. They just didn't have this. They didn't have the star appeal as the WWF in regards to the glitz and the glamour and making people really want to buy into them.
I agree.
Definitely, to me, from what I'm seeing and what I remember, better wrestling though.
The budgets make a difference.
Well, when you got 2,400 people that you're putting on a show here, there's no way that's profitable.
Yeah,
it can't be.
I agree.
Because this would have been on free TV. This would have been on TBS or something like that.
I would be surprised if they broke even on this show.
I don't think they're even close to breaking even on this. I couldn't see how they could be.
Nikita's ass cheeks hanging out.
Nikita, the Russian nightmare. That person needs to realize that the way they spell that doesn't make that look cool. It just makes it look dumb.
So
is that Richard Simmons, the fitness guy?
Where?
That dude with the Jericho.
Oh my God!
He looks like Richard Simmons.
He does.
Wow. We got a Beetlejuice slick sighting tonight. We got Richard Simmons. We got Ogre. This has some interesting characters tonight.
Star-studded.
Bro, did you crack out the hot sandwiches and cold beer to get some of these guys here tonight, or what?
Maybe I did.
Wow. Good job again, Martin. You did it a few weeks ago for the superstar stuff. Look at you.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
We're still recovering on that budget loss.
We're fucked for the rest of the year. We aren't even going to be able to afford hot sandwiches and cold beer for the rest of the talent after you blew that budget. But it was well worth it. I mean, when you get Tom Stone, Red Tyler on the same show, come on.
Virgil. I mean,
Virgil.
it was.
What more can you ask for?
Oh yeah.
It says at this time NW drawing 2,400 while WWE was Hulk off to film No Holds Barred and Macho Man on top. Yeah. How can you compete with that?
You can't.
You can't. And it's not for a lack of trying. The Horseman gimmick here is very interesting with their feud with Sting and Dusty and Luger and what they just did to him. Very interesting. It just didn't compare to the star appeal of Hulk Hogan and Macho Man being on top at this time.
I agree.
mean, the Mega Powers exploded in what, 89?
87?
87 was WrestleMania 3, so it would have been 89, I believe.
89, okay.
So next year at this point, they're starting at this point, like Daniel said, Macho had just won the championship. They're doing this whole Mega Powers thing that they're starting up. Yep, Daniel said 89.
Yeah.
And they're got the whole Mega Powers thing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Everybody was into the Mega Powers, no matter any wrestling fan was loving that. They just couldn't compete with that. How could you go up against the number one, in my opinion, the number one and number two? I won't say that. They're my favorite number 1 and 2 is Hulk and then Macho. That's for me.
I agree. I mean, Hulk and Macho, many people, they consider them the number 1 and number 2 goats in the history of the business. And the thing is that they're timeless. They're stars. They had that indescribable charisma that just attracted to you. And the thing is that they were so good with their characters, they didn't even have to wrestle. They just look a certain way. They move their hands. They do the slightest movement and the fans just go absolutely fucking bananas. So, I mean, and that's a hard thing to find with people with that kind of talent.
Arguably, I know there was a ton of tremendous storylines, of course, Austin and McMahon, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, The Rock and Stone Cold, The Rock and Triple H. You've had all these tremendous ones through here. Sting versus the NWO, all those things. The Mega Powers were probably the Mega Powers storyline, and then when the Mega Powers exploded at WrestleMania 5 and the longevity of that probably is right up there in the top 5. Maybe even on some people's lists, it could be the top 1 greatest storylines in professional wrestling history.
Yeah. I agree.
It's all dependent upon what people think, but I would think it's definitely in the top 5 of most people's list that have been longtime wrestling fans.
Yeah, I would say like that's up there. I think you know what? It's hard for me to honestly, it's really, really hard for me to argue that. All right, so Johnny P left for a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we got Mr. Al Perez. Oh, slamming the nightmare, the Russian nightmare. Nikita Koloff on the hard concrete ground. He's getting a feel, baby, for the cold concrete he felt in Russia. Because in Russia, to toughen the kids up, they would sleep on concrete floors next to black bears, and the bears would be growling at them, and the kids would have to sleep with one eye open to make sure the bears don't maul them. And that's what they did in Russia, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, beautiful. 1, 2. Oh, and Mr. Al Perez kicks out. Oh, God.
So I'm sorry, I had to close the door there for a second. But who would you rank as, or what would you rank as your greatest storyline of all time in wrestling history?
Oh, that's a really, really tough one. Greatest storyline of all time. And I know some people might not agree with me on this, and I'm not the biggest fan of one of these guys, but the storytelling was absolutely superb. Undertaker versus Kane.
Okay.
Late 97 through WrestleMania 14. Absolutely phenomenal. I loved it, like with Paul Bearer, with Kane, with The Undertaker, like the mixture of mankind, like the debut of Kane, like the shock of The Undertaker not wanting to fight his brother, but Kane was just mowing through the whole roster right up until the point that The Undertaker had no choice but to say, okay, if someone's got to frickin' destroy Kane, so it's got to be me. It's like literally Kane versus Abel, like just storyline straight out of the Bible. I loved it. You?
Man, it's a hard one to choose as greatest storyline of all time. I gotta go with Austin and McMahon.
Austin and McMahon, I thought was fantastic as well.
I mean, it was just really damn good. Like Austin McMahon, I maybe go with probably Shawn and Bret. Sting versus the NWO. Mega Powers explode, maybe.
Fantastic stories as well.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard one though. I might change my mind on it the next day.
So yeah, and that's the beautiful part about being a fan, because what you feel today might not be what you feel tomorrow.
Yep.
But no, like with The Undertaker and Kane, it made me. That's the main storyline that got me really invested and loving the character side of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me want to go back and look into like the past and all that. So straight up right there, that's what made me fall in love like with the characters right there. So that, yeah, like that. Would you put The Undertaker and Kane up there? Let's say like at least like top 10.
Maybe top 10.
Okay.
Top 10 to 15, I would say.
I gotcha.
Top 10 to 15, I would say for sure. Undertaker, Mankind, I would throw up above that.
Oh, fantastic story as well.
I mean, all the great matches they had and everything like that. Hey, in about 5 to 7 minutes, my computer's going to do the nightly reboot since we're here late because it goes after midnight. So when I get knocked off, I'll be right back.
All right. What's your timestamp? I'm sorry.
Timestamp is 1:26:28.
Okay.
So So I'll pop back on once it reboots real fast.
All right. Okay, so
I don't like Nikita as a babyface, though.
no,
He's a much
not.
better heel.
It's kind of like whenever you see somebody like The Miz being like a babyface, it's just not right. I think The Miz is a phenomenal heel.
I mean, we were into Nikita as a babyface here. They were definitely into him.
Oh yeah, like without a doubt. And I love Dominic Mysterio as a heel.
Daniel says this match will probably still be on. Yeah, it might be, Daniel. This one's kind of getting drug out a little bit too long for me.
And it's not the fault of these guys. It's just
they're doing the best they can. It doesn't look like that.
Dude, Richard Simmons.
I told you it's Richard Simmons. Look at him.
Holy fuck.
Doesn't it look just like him?
He does. Just like a lighter goldish brown hair, though. That's
the only difference, though, Chris. The crowd is actually really into this match, which I don't really understand why, because it's really not that good.
Come on.
It just isn't. I don't see anything about this Al Perez guy that makes me want to watch him more.
Hey, dude, Al Perez is just an absolute.
Who's this
stud.
right here?
Is this Paul Heyman?
I don't know who this is. Who is he?
I have no idea. Hold on.
Gary Smother and Nikita with his jacket. Is that the Black Scorpion, or who is that?
I'm okay. So like the top, it's Gary Hart. The one in the middle, the one holding the legs, I have no clue who the hell that is.
Larry Zbyszko. Yep, they just said that's Larry Zbyszko.
Oh, Larry Zbyszko.
The living legend.
Is this his debut in NWA?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Because I know the AWA was floundering at this time.
Yeah,
so
I don't know. I don't know when Larry debuted over there. Richard Simmons is there again. Look right in the background. He's there again.
Dude, this is just awesome.
Dude, look at the old people up front. The one guy's got to be about 100.
Yeah. You think he's still alive?
Yeah, he doesn't know where he's at. He does not know he's watching the wrestling matches right now.
Someone just give me my oatmeal.
Yeah, give me my oatmeal and some prune juice right now. Why am I at these matches?
Do you think we should invite that guy on the show now?
I highly doubt he's still alive, but if he is, he's more than welcome to. He might have croaked shortly after this show. He definitely ain't still kicking now. That's the facts right there.
Yeah, that's the fact, Jax. All right, so we got the World Championship coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. No, wait, the World Tag Team Championship.
Yes, sir. The American Dream, baby, that's the Rhodes and the Stinger. They go into the war with the Tully and on, the Brainbusters.
The Brainbusters, baby. And I know Sapphire is just worried sick.
That lovely, the vivacious, sweet Sapphire.
Oh, you know they say darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah, that's definitely Sweet Sapphire.
Yes. Oh God, dude, this music. Is this network?
This is them just putting in some cheesy song because they probably had some music that they were using that they weren't supposed to.
Shit.
At this time. I think Jim Crockett wasn't worried too much about copyright violations in 1988. I don't think he had the money to pay for the royalties. So,
Paul Heyman didn't give a shit.
No, he didn't care at all. But WWE does when they put this on their network. They just pipe in some of this shitty old music, unless they have rights to it.
Hold on. Oh my God, read this.
All right, what do you got? Sapphire can't stop putting things in her mouth. She's that concerned about the match. Dominic would have won by forfeit. They don't want to be in his yard.
No, man.
As soon as you see that jump and stop, you know it's Larry. He's going to take him to Larry Land.
Dude, Larry Land's awesome.
I love these old NWA tag titles too, Chris.
Dude, they're beautiful.
Absolutely awesome.
Awesome possum, baby.
Dusty in that tie-dye too is pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. And did you get the chance to watch the A&E special with Dusty?
Yes, I did. I thought it was very good.
Oh, it was fantastic. And it just breaks my heart that he's not here anymore, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. Why was Tully rubbing JJ's belly? Is he's Buddha and he's going to get good luck from him or something?
I don't know.
He just literally went up to JJ and started rubbing his belly.
I don't know.
That was interesting. Dude, Tully Blanchard at this time looks like he could have joined the Greg the Hammer Valentine House of Misery.
Oh my god! And then that thing you sent me, the other day with Greg
Zack
Valentine.
Ryder or Matt
Yes.
Cardona.
Yes.
Yeah. How Greg tried to fight him at a fucking Comic-Con recently.
No offense, Matt Cardona would fucking wipe the floor with Greg Valentine.
Matt said that he thought Greg would beat him up, though.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said. He thought he'd beat him up. Matt doesn't look like he's the type of guy that gets in fights and is a tough guy like that.
I think
Tully gave JJ some Pepto-Bismol. I had to make sure it's still working.
Oh,
Jesus.
but if Matt Cardona, if he has to fight, I think he can.
Dude, he wiped the fucking floor with Valentine, I bet.
Oh yeah, he would.
I think he's being nice. I just thought it was a hilarious story. He says he was waving that Hall of Fame ring in his face like he was going to hit him.
Come on.
Greg Valentine just deserves somebody to just run up and fucking straight water boy kick him right in the face, man. That guy's a miserable fucking bastard.
I would love for him to come on our show just so we can tell him that.
Oh, God, he's something. You know, since Cardona probably wouldn't even take a swing, you'd feel bad for Greg actually trying to fight him. The best part was, though, like somebody went up and like one of the fans went up and antagonized Greg to go do it and said, that's the guy that said that, you know, because he bought that really expensive figure of his. He says, that's the guy that said he's not a fan of you, that he doesn't like you. Yeah. And he's like, really? That's why he went up to him because some fans set him off.
Oh, wow.
So I guess he had some bad feelings towards it for some reason.
Greg, believe it or not, you probably have more fucking people that don't like you than like you, so get over it.
Oh, he's a very fucking upstanding individual.
Do you think Honky Tonk Man is more miserable than Greg Valentine? Uh-oh. John's computer is rebooting, ladies and gentlemen, so I would say the Honky Tonk Man is definitely not as miserable as the Hammer, but it's all right. Okay, so here we go. Daniel says Matt Cardona probably wouldn't even take a swing. He'd feel bad for Greg actually trying to fight him. Yeah, I agree. He takes a tour of misery on the road every week. He seems to be at every wrestling convention, takes a half-eaten hot dog for a payment. Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt, a half-eaten hot dog would be absolutely glorious. I mean, would you guys rather take a half-eaten hot dog or a hot sandwich? I'm just saying, because that's what we offer here at the Retro Wrestling Revival is hot sandwiches. It would have been really cool to see a Sting and Dusty World Tag Team Champions. That would be cool as shit to see. And we got Arn and Tully. You talk about a fucking cohesive unit. Just guys that know each other like the back of their hands. The brain busters. A dream match for me I would have loved to have seen. Both teams within their primes, which one of them is still in their prime. But freaking the Revival versus the Brain Busters. You talk about an absolute barn burner that would just that could potentially be one of the greatest tag matches of all time. That would be it right there. And you can tell, especially with the Revival, well, better known as FTR now, they're highly inspired by the Midnight Express. They're inspired by the Rock and Roll Express. They're inspired by the Brain Busters. Those old school tag teams. And we got Dusty, baby. He's in the ring with Tully Blanchard. Uh-oh. Beautiful bionic elbow, ladies and gentlemen. And Dusty's one of those people that absolute charisma machine right here, and he really doesn't have to do much. And he's got the crowd in the palm of his hand, baby. He's riding on the end of a lightning bolt, if you will. They were over enough to run with the. They were over enough to run with the belts, but then Tully and Arn ended up leaving soon after this. Oh yeah, because I believe they went to the WWF. And they won the World Tag titles there. I think it was a payment issue with why Tully and Arn left. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, FTR is like Brainbuster 2.0, but with their own player as well. I agree 1,000%. I would say right now the best tag team in the world is FTR. Oh, brother, I love those Dusty boots. Absolutely phenomenal. I would pay good money for Dusty boots. I'm just wondering how many pairs Cody and Dustin have of the daddy of boots. And Sting is coming to protect Dusty, man. This is Sting, early day Sting. Man called Sting, baby. Man called Sting. I would love to have heard Dusty sing that theme. A man called Sting, baby. Man called Sting. Up. Tully is trying to suplex Dusty. Not a good idea at all. Oh. Beautiful clothesline by Dusty. For a big man, absolutely. Dude, very agile. Dusty does not get enough love or nearly the credit for being so agile. If they have the polka dots somewhere, put them in a true shrine. I agree 1,000%. You talk about the talent of Dusty Rhodes, man, being able to take shit and turn it into Shinola. That polka dots, Dusty made it work. Dusty made it work. The A&E documentary wanted to paint it as something that was planned to benefit Dusty, but we all know the truth. Dusty had multiple opportunities before then to join the WWF during the expansion years, and he turned Vince McMahon down because he had more creative opportunities, especially like with writing, with being like a booker, with doing so many other things within the NWA. So whenever Dusty finally decided to join the WWF, Vince, being Vince, he wanted to try to embarrass Dusty with the polka dot gimmick. But Dusty, being Dusty, he made it work. Oh, wow. For a guy that size, he could easily go 60 minutes. I agree 1,000%, man. Dusty, absolute freaking stud. Beautiful, beautiful.
Back in action.
All right. Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good. What's the timestamp that you're at, brother?
1:39:26.
All right.
The match is really good, man. Like the freaking crowd is going banana. And what Shell's talking about, the whole thing like with Dusty and like the polka dot gimmick and how the A&E documentary, they try to paint it as a good thing, when in actuality the truth is because Dusty turned Vince down multiple times for a job. Vince was trying to embarrass him with the polka dots, but Dusty being Dusty made it work.
Yeah. I mean, that's the true sign of a professional, though. Try to take whatever shitty gimmick they're trying to do to you and make it work.
Oh yeah.
There's not many tag teams in history of wrestling that are better than Arn and Tully as a tag team, though.
I was talking about while you were gone, one of my ultimate dream matches I would love to see. Both teams' primes, FTR versus the Brainbusters.
Yeah, that would be a great match. That'd be a lot of fun to see.
They are the FTR, like Daniel said, they are Brainbusters 2.0.
Absolutely, they were totally took their style line. I think they've said it in the past, if I remember correctly. Right. DDT on the outside. Arn's got the second best DDT to Jake the Snake.
Oh, without a doubt. Oh,
best spine buster there is definitely Arn. I'm at 141.02 right now. Is that where you're at?
Oh, hold on. I'm at 141.10.
Okay, we're right 3 seconds behind. It's no problem.
That's fine. All right, here we go. We got Tully.
Let's see if Sting can kick out. 1, 2. No, he kicks out.
Oh, Sting was young during this time. It was this was his formative years when it comes to wrestling.
He had to have been in his 20s at this point.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. He's what, like 63 or 64 now?
Yes.
Yeah.
And still going.
Yeah. he wasn't even cracking, you know, he was probably 25, 26 years old here.
And it's just amazing the career that Sting has had.
And he's still going. That's the crazy part about it.
Oh, yeah.
He's still going. Yeah, I know he's not in the ring frequently, but he's still relevant.
And
aren't trying to Vader bombs out here, getting some knees in the gut. It's not Anderson time.
oh,
Teddy refereeing a match, the irony.
yes, the irony. And the thing is that I'm gonna say this right now. Do not be surprised within the next few years if Darby Allin isn't one of the biggest stars in the wrestling world, period, because of the influence of Sting.
I just don't buy Darby as a main eventer. He's a good performer. I think he's great. I just don't buy him as a main eventer.
I'm not saying like world champion, but I'm saying just like a upper middle card to like lower main eventer.
Talk about Dusty getting a hot tag here.
Dusty baby
comes in, gets the hot tag. He's doing all bionic elbows to everybody. The crowd is standing up on their feet. I mean, look at them. Everybody's on their feet.
Beautiful
right in front of the camera,
elbow
except for that first row.
And just imagine if we would have had a Sting and Dusty World Tag Champs.
Could have been fun.
Oh, yeah. They could have done, Dusty, he could have done like a cover of the Man Called Thing. A Man Called Thing, baby. A Man Called Thing.
Sting tossed Teddy out there accidentally just so he could go get to Tully. Is Teddy going to call for the DQ here?
I don't know. Bionic elbow. I love that.
Dusty throwing some elbows, baby. Going to the pay window.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Teddy that was the worst move right there.
Ever.
Teddy got thrown out. He barely got touched. Now Rick's in there. Now there's a DQ. Or no, Barry, sorry.
Yeah. I get it. They're doing that so they can protect the teams. I understand that. But come on. Like the finish to a good – this was a really good match.
But see, that's two clashes in a row with two screwball finishes for the main event. Could the Horsemen really not have afforded to lose? Would it have really hurt them that much for a short title run, maybe for Dusty and Sting?
I guess.
Why book them if you're just going to do cheap finishes every time at the end? Especially for the main event. That's the main event of a show, and you're given a garbage finish. A draw and then a DQ.
And this is a pay-per-view quality show.
Absolutely. Barry's out there putting the iron claw on Dusty now, and he's out cold.
Oh my God, the claw is being bleeding. It's
squeezing his head so much the blood's coming out. Don't fuck with that move.
But Dusty was selfless when it came to sacrificing for the greater good of everybody else. So
Dusty knew how to do it.
Oh yeah.
Daniel says, "Oh no, another iron claw!" By
God. Oh.
Are we going to close out with Dr. Death Steve Williams again?
Oh, fuck me. No, please don't.
Let's see. Who's closing this out for the last minute?
The NBA main event, 5:35 Eastern.
Check it out.
Haynes.
Even tough guys like a little Haynes in their life, Chris.
Skid mark protection for days.
Shit, yeah.
Literally.
All right, we got Tony, Jim, and Bob out there. Lex is in the hospital, according to Jim.
Oh, shit. Make sure to send Lex flowers.
Tell that kid in the Sting paint, sit down.
It sucks we haven't seen Beetlejuice.
I know. We didn't get to see him again. It was very unfortunate.
Damn it.
Hey, go check out the Atlanta Braves next, Tony said. They're playing they're playing right now after. That's the show, man. That wraps up Clash of the Champions 2. Buddy.
One of the producers was Dusty. And there you go. You can tell.
Yep, no doubt. So what do you think, man? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle? What do you got for this show?
Absolutely thumbs up all the way. Phenomenal show from beginning to end, with the exception of like the shitty DQ and the match with Al Perez. Honestly, the show from top to bottom was outstanding. I would have to say the best match of the night, I would go with the Brad Armstrong match. Great storytelling. The crowd was hot. And this shows like this prove you don't need a giant crowd to make a great show. And like each person, like the 2,400 people, they were into it. It was hot like lava. It was just off the charts, and it just from the wrestlers to the announcers, everything, everybody played their part. And I'm just so impressed with Barry Windham with his time traveling tricks that he does.
Amazing, that Iron Claw.
But overall, I love the show. It was freaking pay-per-view quality, better than the last Clash. So I would give it 2 thumbs up. You, brother?
All right, so Daniel's giving it here. Less Ronnie Garvin, but a thumbs up for Daniel.
Yeah.
I definitely give it a thumbs up for sure. I thought it was really good. I just didn't like the screwball finish to the end again for 2 clashes in a row. I would have rather seen a clean finish of some sorts. I don't think it would have hurt any of the teams if they would have lost cleanly in any way. I don't think it would have, because those were all main event caliber people. But really great show. That small crowd was electric. They were into it from the beginning to the end. All 2 hours of that show, they were into that show. And that's a testament to the performers. Low point for me of the card, I wasn't into the Nikita and Al Perez match at all. Just wasn't into it. The Ronnie Garvin match and Jimmy Jam was, from what I saw, was just
dog shit.
Yeah, but the other ones were very good in a lot of ways. And that first match for me definitely was the best match of the night with Brad and Barry Windham. I think they did just a hell of a job on there. Like,
oh yeah,
tremendous opening match. Another great class, man. For sure. So all the way around, thumbs up. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Martin?
My suggestion within like the next few weeks to maybe like the next month, let's potentially do Great American Bash.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
It's coming up on the summertime, so we can maybe pop a Great American Bash in here for our next one. We'll kind of skip over the Clash for the next month. And how about we do Great American Bash 88?
That's perfect. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, because I
all
want to see the Tower of Doom.
I do too. I want to see this Tower of Doom too. After the beautiful drawing that was made by that kindergartner to put it up there. And
dude, like the bamboo looking thing.
It's a
maybe
Punjabi prison match, maybe.
Maybe that's where it came from.
That kid just got better as he got older.
There you go.
But put it together. But no, I love. Let's do the Bash 88 for sure. I think we'll get some good payoff there for that. We watched the last 2 clashes, which lead up to the Great American Bash 1988. So next month in May, we'll pop that one out for sure. And I think that's a definite win-win. It'll be fun to go along with what's been going on here on the shows. But hey, don't forget, everybody, tomorrow night, whether you're checking this out live or you're checking it out later on, but we're going to be back tomorrow night for some Monday Night Raw, the May 12th edition for a Monday Night War series we do every night. So come on back and watch some Raw with myself and Brother Martin. It should be a fun show as always, and we always have a good time. So come on out, check it out. Follow and like the page here on Facebook. Please go ahead and do that. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe it over there. Hit that notification button, all that good stuff. And that's it for my cheap pops, and cheap plugs here for everything like that. So for Brother Martin, I am John, and we're out of here for tonight. Have no fear. We'll see you again tomorrow night right here live on the channel, on the Retro Wrestling Revival on Facebook, and on the Retro Repeat on YouTube. And we will see you all tomorrow.
Sorry, Bob Romo.
Damn right.
All right.